Hello, I'm going to be making up a batch of cornbread mix, well, homemade cornbread here. I'm adding in an egg that's room temperature, about half a cup of milk. I'm only doing a batch because I'm using some leftover chili that I had in the freezer, and I'm going to make up a bake with it. So about half a cup of flour, half a cup of cornmeal, about half a cup of butter that's been melted, a little bit of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder. This is our deluxe stand mixer that Pampered Chef has. I absolutely love this. It's also great for meal prepping. It's got a couple different attachments. It's got the dough hook and it's got the whip attachment as well. Adding in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in there. Turn that on. We're going to mix this up and we will be right back. I'm just going to set it to mix. And it's going to speed up and everything on its own so it doesn't throw your ingredients all over the place. And turn off when it's done. You can adjust the time, you can do custom, there's different settings as well. If you want more information on our deluxe stand mixer, just let me know. I'd be happy to give you more info. Alright, I paused that for just a minute because we're pretty well mixed up here. I'm going to add in about half a cup. I'm using frozen corn. You could use canned corn, you could use fresh corn, whatever you have. We don't want to break the corn up, we just want to incorporate it in there and then we can just stop it when we're done. Go. Let me just get a spatula out here. Oh yeah, just off of there. Alright, just gonna slide that out of the way so I can show you our chili here. We're just going to pour this on top and then I'm going to put this in the oven to bake. You could use this just as a cornbread recipe. I also like making mini muffins, and I'll take like the little smokies and I'll put one in each one. If you use like the mini muffin pan or the little brownie pans, the mini brownie pans, those work great for making little bite-sized snacks. And again, this is a batch of the cornbread mix. You could just double it if you wanted to make a full batch. I had this in the oven for about 45 minutes. Your bake time is going to depend on a lot of factors. So I say to start checking it when you get to about 30 minutes. Because if you remember, I used frozen corn and I also used leftover chili, which means it wasn't warm when I put it into the pan. And I also used our partially glazed stoneware, which generally takes a little bit longer to bake your items. You're going to want it at a lower rack in the oven, and you're going to want to add about 5 minutes of bake time when you're using our stoneware. But the great thing about this stoneware is it's also going to keep our food warm for a long period of time, and it is beautiful to take it to the table. This particular stoneware piece also comes with a lid that doubles as a cooking tray. So if we wanted to, we can make biscuits while we're making a casserole. Obviously, I already have the cornbread in this because I put it right on top of our chili. So there you go, that's our finished product. If you wanted to, you could even add cheese into the chili, on the top layer of the chili before you put the cornbread for a different mix, or you could use jalapenos in your cornbread as well if you wanted to add a little bit more zip. But since we're feeding 3-year-old Chef Jasmine, we kept it plain and simple, but this is a great way to use up our leftover chili.